Hi, if you're new to the channel, welcome and thanks for coming over. And if you're returning, welcome back. This video will give you some practice on a number of short answer questions for paper 1, investigating small business. So these will be the 1, 2 and 3 mark questions. As we know, practicing questions is a key element to exam success. So come and join me as we practice and review the answers in a number of areas on your specification. Please do like, share and subscribe, and follow Teacher T on the social handles below for study tips and more. There are 5 topic areas for Paper 1 GCSE Business with various subtopics beneath them. So you've got enterprise and entrepreneurship, spotting a business opportunity, putting a business idea into practice, making the business effective, and understanding external influences. The past paper questions that we will work through fall under some of the subtopics. 1.1 Enterprise and Entrepreneurship. First question is a multiple choice question. Which one of the following is an example of a non-financial objective for an entrepreneur starting a new business? You're required to select one answer. Survival, profit, market share, or independence? And this is a 1 mark question. You can pause the video now if you're going to attempt the question. The answer to this question is D, independence. Next question, which one of the following describes the role of an entrepreneur? Select one answer. A, being employed by a large organisation. B, a willingness to take risks. C, having sufficient money to start a new business. Or D, being able to work alone. And the answer is B. Another multiple choice question. Which 2 of the following are examples of services? You need to now select 2 answers. A, train journey. B, magazine. C, headphones. D, haircut. Or E, mobile phone. And the answers are A and D. Explain one method a business could use to add value to its product. Now, if you're not sure how to answer a 3 mark question, then do please check out this video. I will put the link to it in the description box. And if you need to revisit added value, then do check out this video. I will also put it in the description box. Now on to the answer. There are 2 points on the mark scheme of what you might have included. They would also accept other appropriate responses. So one method is by having a unique selling point. This will help the product to stand out against competitors by having something they do not have. As a result, customers will be willing to pay more for a product they see as more original. Or you might have had one method to add value is by having a distinct brand image. This will help the business to be easily recognized by customers. As a result, customers are more prepared to pay a higher price for a product as they recognize and trust the name. Which one of the following is an example of a reward from business activity? A, financial loss. B, increased overheads. C, independence. Or D, lack of security. The answer is C, independence. Let's look at some questions from 1.2, spotting a business opportunity. Which 2 of the following are examples of primary market research? I will put the primary market research video link down in the description box. So is it internet research, market reports, customer surveys, government statistics, or focus groups? So you need to choose 2 of them. Give it a go. And the answers are C and E. Which 2 of the following are examples of secondary market research? Select 2 answers. Focus group, internet, market report, observation, and survey. So choose 2. The correct answers are B and C. 1.3, putting a business idea into practice. There'll be quite a few questions that we are practicing from this area because this area lends itself to many calculation type questions. Explain one advantage to a small business of using trade credit as a source of finance, and it's a 3-mark question. You will have 6 3-mark questions to answer in paper 1 and another 6 in paper 2. So it's important that you do practice. Remember to explain your points. So you may have written, trade credit will allow a small business to buy now and pay later. This means the business has a chance to sell the goods before it has to pay its supplier. This will improve the cash flow of the small business. Or you may have written, trade credit is a low-cost source of finance. If credit terms are met, then no interest is charged. This will reduce the cost of the small business. So you may have those answers or any other appropriate answers. On to a multiple choice question. Which one of the following is an example of a variable cost? Select one answer for this 1-mark question. Rent, raw materials, insurance, or advertising? And the answer is B, raw materials. On to another question. Using the information below, calculate the total cost for the business. You are advised to show your workings. So you can pause the video now and give it a go. As you can see, the workings are there and the final answer is £1,208. On to another calculation question. Table 1 contains information about cash payments of a small business in 1 month. The business sold 200 units in this month. All customers paid in cash. Using the information in Table 1, calculate the net cash flow for this month. You are advised to show your workings. Here is a tip for you. Net cash flow equals cash inflows minus cash outflows. So give it a go. You might want to pause the video now. It is important to show your workings. The cash inflows are 200 because it was 200 units sold times by £15 the selling price, and that equates to £3,000. Then you deduct the cash outflows, and the total of the cash outflows is £1,650. Therefore, the answer is £1,350. Neil and Sue have produced the following break-even diagram showing the costs and revenue for their business. So we have 2 questions here. A, identify the total number of sales that Neil and Sue will need to break even, and B, identify the profit made by meringue by shading the correct region of the graph in figure 3. So give them a go. We'll take a look at the answer to this question. Identify the total number of sales that Neil and Sue will need to break even. The answer is 200. The next question was identify the profit made by meringue by shading the correct region of the graph in figure 3. And here's the answer. Now on to a percentage change question. If you do need to recap percentage change, then you could check out this video. I'll put the link in the description box. Using the information in figure 1, calculate the percentage change in total costs between May and July. You are advised to show your workings. So give this one a go. Now here you can see the workings and the answer. The answer is 60%. On to a cash flow forecast question. The table below shows a cash flow forecast for a small business. Complete the table with 2 missing figures. The answer to the first part of the question is 7,230. Did you get the answer as well? Let's go on to the next one. For the next part, you need to calculate the total payments, and that was raw materials and the fixed costs. So raw materials at 9,340 and fixed costs at 2,340. The answer is 11,680. The next two sections will be shorter than the last. Let's go on to 1.4, making the business effective. Back to a 3-mark question. Explain one disadvantage to a sole trader of having unlimited liability. Give it a go. For your first sentence, where you would have identified the disadvantage, you might have written unlimited liability will increase the personal financial risk for a sole trader. This is because they become responsible for all losses made by the business, which could result in them having to sell personal assets to pay any losses. Or you might have had the sole trader could lose personal possessions, as there is no distinction between the business and the individual. Losses made by the business have to be paid by the individual. Or you might have had another appropriate response. Another 3-marker. Explain one way the marketing mix of a small business may change due to changing consumer needs. So you may have written a small business may have to make changes to its product. This is because the lifestyle of consumers may require extra features on a product. Therefore, the design of the product may need to change in order to meet consumer needs. You may also have written, a small business may have to change its prices. Economic conditions may lead to consumers having less money. Therefore, the consumer will feel they are still getting value for money. Or you may have written any other appropriate response. 1.5, understanding external influences on business. Our final question and our final 3-mark question. Explain one possible conflict that can exist between stakeholders of a business. You may have written, conflict can exist between workers and owners. This is because workers typically want more pay, whereas owners often want to increase their profits. Or you may have written, conflict can exist between owners and suppliers. This is because suppliers want to be paid on time to preserve their cash flow, but businesses want to retain cash as long as possible. Or any other appropriate response. Thank you for watching this video, and good luck with your studies.